Welcome everyone, welcome to Trend Trader once again. We're gonna be looking at some companies that we're looking to add into our portfolio and some companies that will be trading in this week. So as usual, we start with our risk disclaimer. Everything that is shared on this channel does not constitute financial advice. Trend Trader is not an authorized financial advisor, so anything that we share here is just ideas. For you, you have to make your own decision for all your investment and trading purposes. Okay, let's look at the companies that we'll be investing on. The first company is African Rainbow Capital. As you can see, African Rainbow Capital is the company that owns Time Bank, among other companies, and Rain. They have a stake in Rain. So this company has been trending lower. When we look back somewhere around June 2018, it's been trending lower for quite some time. There were some pullbacks there, trying to retrace, but all those moves, they failed. So now it's been trading lower for quite some time. As you can see, there was an attempt somewhere here to break above the 200-day moving average, and then also there was a second attempt here to break above the 200-day moving average, and recently it's on another. If we start here, it's a third attempt to break above the 200-day moving average. So at this moment, the price is holding that position nicely. As you can see, there is a volume that supports this move. So now we'll be looking to add African Rainbow Minerals, African Rainbow Capital, not African Rainbow Minerals, AIL, the one that owns Time Bank and has a stake in Rain Network. Then the other stock that we'll be looking to add is CAP Agri. So CAP Agri as well, it has been trending lower for quite some time, as you can see, and then started to consolidate. Not to say that there were attempts to break above the 200-day moving average, but it's been consolidating for quite some time. And then last week, Friday, it closed above the 200-day moving average. So that gives us a buy signal that because now that's a close above the 200-day moving average. A stock that people have been discussing in social media, it's Nampak. As you can see, it hasn't done well over the past years. Okay, in our chart, it only shows 2020 from somewhere around to 2019. But so far, Nampak has been trading lower. Yeah, it was on a free fall pre-COVID-19 days. Then it consolidated and then started to pick up. I think it bottomed around 50 cents per share, and then started to bottom up bit by bit until last week. So today it's Monday, Thursday. Last week Thursday, it closed above the 200-day moving average. But there are other people on social media who have been bullish on the stock for quite some time. So kudos to those guys. Our strategy, we use exponential moving average. So until the entry criteria is met using the moving average, we stay on the sidelines. And then another stock that is showing signs of life is Tongaat. Tongaat has been trading lower. Okay, it doesn't want a lot here. We'll just move on to Westcoal. Westcoal has been trending lower for quite some time. As you can see, it's been trending lower, lower, lower. And then recently, it started to come back above the 200-day moving average. Last week on Friday, it closed above the 200-day moving average, and today it gapped up. As you can see on Friday, it closed above the 200-day moving average on an above average volume, as you can see, and then today it gapped up. So to us, that is a bullish signal. So we'll be taking a trade on this one. And then another group of stocks that we want to look at is property stocks. So we're just gonna be walking through them a bit quicker. The first one is EPP, Eco Polska Properties. Also, it closed above the 200-day moving average, giving us a buy signal. The other one is equities. As you can see, equities has been consolidating for quite some time. It also closed above the 200-day moving average. And then previously we made a comment on Nepiroc Castle. We mentioned that Fortress Income Fund owns 30% of this company. So also Nepiroc Castle, it closed above the 200-day moving average, again giving us a buy signal. And then the other one is SA corporate real estate. Yeah, it was on a free fall for quite some time, and then recently it closed above the 200-day moving average. Basically what we see a lot of property stocks starting to close above 200-day moving average. Previously we spoke of high prop, and last week we got about, I think on Friday, we got about 12% move on high prop alone. So now, as you can see, it's a lot of property stock, so you have to really do your homework there if you want to choose an individual company in the property sector that you want to invest on. But something to note as well is that this index, the SA listed property index, it has been trading lower for quite some time, and then it tried to consolidate. Now it's been trading in a range. So now what we're waiting to see is for the price to move above the 200-day moving average, which is somewhere about 280 points. So it depends. For us, we think it would be better for us if we take a property ETF. Either it could be Satrix, any uh, ETF provider. It doesn't matter which one you choose. You can choose based on total expense ratio. But just in case you can't choose on an individual company in the property sector, then you can consider buying an ETF. So you can wait for, with ETF, you can look at the individual ETF and see if they are trading above their 200-day moving average. But if you are using the sector, the index that is tracking the sector, so far the price is not above the 200-day moving average. So basically this means the sector is not giving a signal that it's changing the trend. But if you look at the individual stocks, then you will see that a lot of individual stocks are starting to trade above the 200-day moving average. As other people will say, it's not the stock, or it's not the stock market, it's a market of stocks. So it's up to you whether you want to look at the index itself or you want to look at the individual companies. If you enjoy the content of this channel, now it's the right time to click the subscribe button and the notification icon. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. We will attend to them and get back to you. Okay, we couldn't open Tonga Hewlett using investing.com. So now we went on to look at Tonga using TradingView. So then again, Tonga has been trending lower for quite some time. There were a lot of issues, some fundamental issues that have been reporting with Tongat, and then until recently it started to consolidate for quite some time. We think that it bottomed somewhere around 2 rand per share or so. So now it's been trading above and below, going up and below the 50-day moving average, until in the past week it started to show a bit of strength, and then started to come and approach the 200-day moving average. As you can see, from the 11th of September, it's been holding the position above the 50-day moving average nicely, and then it's been gaining a bit of strength. As you can see, the volume has been increasing. In some days it has traded above the normal volume that it usually trades at. So last week Friday, it closed decisively above the 50-day moving average. So above the 200-day moving average. At this moment is currently trading above the 200-day moving average. So that is a buy signal for us. So just to go back to the stocks that we are looking to add, we mentioned that we are looking at African Rainbow Capital Investment, and then we are looking at Cap Agri. We are also looking at Nampak, and then we are looking at West Coal as well. West Coal is still trading below 1 rand. We know there are some people who are attracted to stocks that are trading below 1 rand. So Westcall is still trading below 1 rand. And then we mentioned the group of property stocks that are trading above their 200-day moving average, such as EPP, Equities, and Nepero Castle. Previously, we spoke about Hyprop. Hyprop is still holding the position above the 200-day moving average. And then we mentioned that if you look at the overall SA listed property sector, the sector as a whole is still approaching the 200-day moving average. Is not there yet, but you just have to keep in mind that the individual stocks already there. The ETFs is for people who are maybe like to diversify their risk and maybe to get regular distributions, as most of the property ETFs pay distribution quarterly. As you know, with companies, most of them usually they release interim result and the final results, and usually those are the only times whereby you receive dividend. That's if the board decides to declare dividend. But since a lot of these property stocks have been depressed, we don't know if they will be paying dividends or not, but some companies will be paying dividends. So that's it for this week. Those are the stocks that we'll be looking to add. And as usual, thank you for coming and watching our YouTube videos. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.